Hey, welcome back. Got this hornbeam that appears to be dying out on one side and growing fungus, so I'm going to cut it out. Use this trusty chainsaw. I left my tripod in the house, but here it is. See all the fungus growing in? So I got this branch here, I'm going to cut it down. Try not to destroy the tree in the process. So, see how this goes. See if I can do this with one hand. Bet I can. So I think I'm going to go on this angle here. Maybe I'll cut up. I don't know if I can. I don't want to jump, ding, 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 and jump into that branch. I'm going to start going down if I can. Alright, I thought that's all rotten. But this is a hornbeam, so it's hard as a rock. I could get out a Dremel or a die grinder, but I'm just going to use this. Okay. Don't recommend this at home. Look at all that dead, all the way down. I'm going to carve it up a little bit, I'll show you in a second. Alright, here's what I did. Got a little close to this live vein. I wish I hadn't. I'm going to put cut paste up here. I mean, I really don't need that to die. If that dies, then I really ruined it all. So that's going to get cut paste. The rest of it's going to get some kind of sealer. I'm going to put cut paste right around the edges. This bark is dead. I might, yeah, shoot. Might do a little carving here too. Wonder if this root is dead. Wonder if it's all living off those roots over there. Alright, that's all I'm going to do for today. Get a little bit of what made the isopods mad. Little potato bugs. You see them in there? I don't know where they went. Oh well. Put some cut paste on it. So what I'm doing is rolling this stuff out like Play-Doh, and then I'm going to press it along the edges of where the live vein is here. It's much easier to do with two hands because it's very sticky right now. That's the goal, is to get it on there kind of. It's not going to work. If I can just get it to stay there for a second. Then I spit on my hand that I want to push it on with. I start rolling it tight. Over the edge. I'm just doing the edge. otherwise what's the point of this deadwood? You know, I don't know if this is the right way to be doing it. It is what I'm doing. It's an experiment, just like everything else here at Classy Bonsai. At least I'm honest about it. Oh, I just broke that branch. Jeez. See? You never know what you're gonna get. The point of the spitting on the finger is that my finger will be moist, the putty will stick to the tree and not my finger. That's what I'm trying to do here. Not trying to be nasty. Just trying to make the stuff work. I have paste I could have painted on here, but I find that the paste, I don't know, I don't like it. I feel like it washes off, kind of rots away. Maybe it doesn't, maybe it's in my head. It seems like it does. I'm going to move this tree because it's getting a lot of afternoon sun in this spot, which I don't like. So I'm going to move right over there out of the shade after, or into the shade after this operation. My neighbors aren't out right now, but sometimes they come out and they see me doing this crazy stuff. I'm talking to my camera, and I'm sure they're thinking, what kind of person are we living next door to? So there's that. That's about all I'm going to do to seal up. Alright, while we're chopping hornbeams, this thing that I collected this year, the Yamadori, it's only sending out root suckers, basically from the base on this one stump. And I don't like that. I think I'm gonna give it a chop and see if I can initiate some growth. I have this wedged in here. Keep them spread apart, but I think it's marking up the trunk at this point, so I'm gonna take it out. I think I'm gonna cut it. I like this as a front, so maybe I'll cut it angle the other way. Yeah. So I decided I'm just gonna cut it flat, and then I'll decide if shoots come out, what angle I need to cut it on later. As far as I know, nothing. I may grow nothing. I know I don't want that growing out of the center there. So, I'm going to cut it right here. See what happens. Oh, I knew I was going to do that. I should have put something there. What an idiot. I'll put some cut paste on that for sure. I'm gonna cut paste this whole thing. I'm gonna clean that up with some cutters. Okay. Well, I cut pasted this, cut pasted that. I'm hoping to get some budding a little higher up than here. And here, I left that one just for safety's sake. Got rid of these two that were down here. But let me ask you, even if this whole thing dies off and it's deadwood, that would be a cool tree. It's just this little literati hornbeam. Alright, I moved this one over to a shadier spot. I only moved it about 3 feet to the right, but there it is. 2 hornbeams chopped up with a chainsaw. Thanks for watching. Alright, chopped up some hornbeams. We'll see how they do. I'll update you as we go along. If you subscribe, you'll find out. Thanks for watching.